3, 2, 1. Liftoff of the Falcon 9.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Stage 1 props nominal. Stage 1 entry startup. Stage 1 is transonic. Stage 1 landing weird startup. Stage 1 landing leg deployed.
Falcon 9 has landed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's gone. Okay, good morning. Today is Saturday, and just like we did a couple weeks ago, I'm trying an early morning / night launch in order to test out my GPS. I got 2 pieces of equipment on board this rocket, and I'll see if you can tell what it is. Well, I'll just tell you, it is my Citation Patriot. It has been rebuilt. There's a new center body tube, and I didn't paint the body tube because I don't know if it's going to fly, so I just want to test it out. Once it proves successful, then I'll go ahead and paint it and clean it up. This time I'm running a Quest D16-4 on it, hoping to get a little more oomph and more altitude. But back to the equipment, I've got the GPS tracker up in the nose cone, as well as an original Estes altimeter that I kind of resurrected from the dead. Hopefully we'll get some good data from it. So that's all we're running. We're running a 24-inch parachute, and the plan of this flight is I'm going to launch it. It's dark out. A little more moonlight than we had last time, so a little lighter, but I hope to not see the descent. I want to not know where it lands. That way I can rely solely on the GPS, which I've got running down here, and then I'll use the coordinates to find the rocket later. So that all being said, we are scanning the skies. Skies are clear. Winds are somewhat calm, maybe a little bit out of the north, but not too bad. And if anything, it'll drift out that way, which is kind of what we want. So I'm going to film the launch, the ascent, and once it ejects, I'm going to basically just turn around, not watch, and observe the beautiful Vegas strip lights. And then we'll try to find it with the coordinates later. So that all being said, let me arm the igniter. We are armed. Again, skies are clear. We are going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's gone. Now, I heard a pop. Okay, so it's coming down, I assume. We're gonna look around, look at the city. And I'm looking at the coordinates. They are changing on the screen, so that's a good sign. So I'm just going to casually observe, and I will turn the camera back on when the sun comes up in a few minutes, and we will go look for it. All right, sounds good? Okay, it's about 20 minutes later, and the sun is just starting to maybe creep over the mountains there to the east. So, again, I have no idea where the rocket is, but I was able to pull the coordinates off the LCD receiver screen. I plugged them into an app that I have on my phone, and I covered up the coordinates just so that's a secret. But anyway, but I did put the coordinates in, and it says it's 130 feet away, which isn't too bad actually. So we're going to follow the little map here and see if we can't stumble across my rocket. All right, so let me make sure we're in zoom. Okay. All right, so it's saying to turn a little bit to the southeast, so we're going to turn this way. Okay, now we're just going to follow that arrow. We should be dropping. Yep, we're 120, 115. Okay, so we're heading toward the rocket. And I'm not looking up. I'm just going to stare at the screen for now. I'm not going to... okay, let's see. As we get closer, it gets a little jumpier. Okay, it says we're 56 feet away. All right, well, let's see. "31 feet, 17 feet, 14, 10, 7, 5, 2. Okay, so now it's starting to go back up. 3, 5. Okay, let me back up just a tad. Okay, and it says to face west. No, it's spinning. We gotta be right on top of it. So let me just pan around. First thing on screen, a Citation Patriot. Beautiful. Awesome stuff. It worked. The GPS led me right to it. Okay, let's examine the rocket. Fins look good. The new body tube held up, so that's good. That means I can go ahead and paint it now and dress it up a little bit. And looking up here, everything's up in the payload bay. I'll pull the SS altimeter out and see what we get here in a minute, and you'll see it on the screen. 24-inch parachute did its job. So, all right, I hate to jinx it, but we're starting the day off pretty good. All right. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next up we've got the RAV3, and I'm trying to keep the weight on this a little low so I can get some more altitude. So I'm not running the Ace on this flight, but I do have the RFC and the Ion. Now you're probably thinking the Ion, you haven't had the best of results with that lately. That's true, and full confession here, folks. The last several times I've flown the Ion, I had the battery taped to the board, and I inadvertently, user error, I covered up the barometric sensor. So I was basically suffocating the poor little guy. So now that I've got that freed up and breathing clean air, hopefully we'll get a little bit better results out of the Ion. So for fun comparisons, I'm also running the Jolly Logic 2 as well. So a bunch of equipment on board. I've also got the camera, so we'll hopefully get some good aerial footage. And yeah, we're running an E12.6 motor with a 30-inch parachute in the rocket. So that all being said, let me go ahead and arm the igniter. Let me arm the altimeter as well. In case you don't know, when you arm the altimeter for the Ion, you have to enter a code into your iPhone, and that arms the altimeter. Let's see if I can do it here. Okay, we'll get a voice command from the unit saying it's armed and ready, or it's ready for launch, so we'll just wait for that. See if it connects.
Altimeter ready for launch.
Okay, not only did the unit speak to me, but I hear a chirping on board the rocket. That means the altimeter on board is also functioning properly. So, scanning the sky. Skies are clear.
Altimeter ready for launch.
Winds are calm. We are going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
200 feet. 400 feet. High altitude 480.
Okay, trust me, it worked.
400 feet.
trying to find it. It went out of focus. It does that in the dark without much sunlight.
200 feet. 100 feet.
Coming down nicely. And touchdown. All right, good deal. Let's go get it. Now, assuming all the electronics worked properly, I will say mechanically everything worked. Had a good ignition, good ascent, good climb. Pretty straight climb too. Followed by a good ejection. And I see the rocket. We're walking up on it. It's not too far away. And we should be hearing some beeps. Now I think the receiver unit said 425 feet or 400 and something. We'll see what we can get here. Let's see. Four. 8. 2. 482. I was mistaken. And the camera's on board is not recording for some reason. Let me see if it powers up. Oh, there, okay. So I don't know if it got the flight or not. It was recording at the pad. Oh, it may have a battery issue here. Yeah, it's not staying on. Okay, well anyway. Hopefully all the altimeters worked. I'm not sure about that onboard camera, but everything else looks good. Intact, fins look good. Well, this poor fin here, it's taken a beating. That tip used to be a sharp tip like that. But landing out in the rocks, that's what you get. So, anyway, well, we're 2 for 2 today. I'm pretty pleased, so moving on to the next one. Before we start our next flight, I would like to introduce everybody to the newest member of our rocket team. This is Captain Clucky. Captain Clucky is a little toy chicken dressed up in an astronaut outfit that my granddaughter has as part of her little toy collection. And she was showing it off to me the other night, and she said, "Look, Papa, look, this is a little rocket man." I said, "Oh yeah, a little chicken in a spacesuit." So we dubbed him Captain Clucky, and she asked if he could fly in one of my rockets. And I said, "I have just the ticket for you. I've got my Blue Origin, which has the payload bay up in the top. And we've done a test fit. He does fit up there nicely. So we're going to send Captain Clucky up to space in the Blue Origin on a C53, almost said C6, C53 motor. And yeah, we'll give him the ride of a lifetime. So let's get him strapped in, mounted, and on the pad, and we'll send Captain Clucky up to space. He looks a little nervous, actually. He'll be fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is Mission Control. Captain Clucky, you are go for launch. Do you copy? You are go for launch. Skies are clear, winds are calm, cameras are rolling. Godspeed, Captain Clucky. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think he's going to be happy. That was a beautiful flight on a C-53. And landed right next to us here. Good flight. Congratulations, Captain Clucky. Let's go see how you're doing. Okay, just walking up on the rocket here. Do a quick inspection. Chute looks good. Nice 18-inch parachute. There's the cockpit. We'll check on him here in a second. And looking at the rocket, it hit kind of hard and you saw it bounce, but those plastic fins are pretty resilient. They're pretty beefy, so it didn't snap off or anything. All right, so let's check on Captain Clucky and see how he's doing in the cockpit there. Let me set the camera down. Okay. My granddaughter made me promise her before I took him that I would return him safely. She was so afraid that he was going to fall out. But I said, no, he'll be safe. There he is. Captain Clucky. He's still not looking too happy, but he's probably a little, maybe a little queasy. But he's intact. He survived the flight. And my granddaughter will be happy to have him back home, safe and sound, in her collection of toys. So, congratulations, Captain Clucky. And we are, if you can believe this, folks, we are 3 for 3 on the day. Okay, now after a successful flight in the Blue Origin, Captain Clucky has cleared medical and he's come over here for a post-flight interview with us. So, Captain Clucky, welcome to the show. So I gotta ask, first off and foremost, how are you feeling? How do you feel after that flight? Now, a lot of people wonder, are you the first chicken to fly in space? That's right, I think most people have forgotten that several years ago your uncle Ruru did fly and did several orbits around the Earth, and but it's neat to see that it's staying in the family. The tradition carries on, and hopefully more chickens after you and your family line will continue to fly in space. And thanks to Jeff Bezos and offering the seat on the Blue Origin, you and your family can continue to fly on. Do you have anything you want to say to Mr. Bezos? All right, that sounds great, Captain Clucky. Well, thank you again for letting us film your launch. Congratulations on a successful flight, and hopefully we'll see you in future flights. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next up we've got Ammo Amy, and Bullet Bobby will be next. But unlike last time we flew this couple, which was on their honeymoon, he took the lead, which I guess he wanted to make sure everything was safe for her. But this time, now that everything's checked out, he said ladies first. So he is letting her go, and she's on the pad, and she will be flying on a C-63. Last time they flew, they were on B motors, so hopefully we'll get a little more oomph, a little more height, and a little more time for that parachute to open. And also, I'm running a 12-inch parachute. I believe last time we flew I had a 9-inch, if I'm not mistaken. But we're running a 12-inch, a little bit bigger, but it rolled up nice and tight, so it's up in the nose cone. So we are good to go. No electronics on board, which is fine. There's not enough room. But scanning the skies are clear. We just had an airliner pass over. So the Spirit is over us. That's a good sign. Okay, with that, we are armed. Skies are now clear. Winds are calm. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open. Oh no. Amy! What are you doing, Amy? The chute didn't come out. The nose cone came off. That's not good. That is weird. Look, I blew a hole right through our wadding. So much for fireproof wadding, huh? Just a little nick right there on the nose cone. How's the body? She's okay. I don't see much damage. All the fins are intact. But that was weird. But honestly, if that's the only damage we sustained, I'm pretty pleased. But yeah, something needs to change. I'm going to tie a loop closer to the body for the parachute to hook onto. Let me do with that on the next flight with Bullet Bobby, and hopefully we'll get better results. So sorry about that, Amy, but you're good to go, and we'll try it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Okay, not to be deterred, we are continuing on with the Bullet Bobby theme. I think I learned a lesson there. I had the shock cord tied to the nose cone, and I had the parachute also tied to the nose cone, which means if the shock cord comes all the way out, full extension, there's still nothing to pull the parachute out of the nose cone. So what I did was I tied a loop just a few inches out of the body tube to tie the parachute onto. That way when it extracts from the nose cone, it should pull the chute out with it, if that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. We'll find out if it works here in a second, and then I can show you once we get to the rocket. So same setup, running the 12-inch parachute on a C6-3 motor. We do have an airliner way up there, but we're not getting nearly that high, so we're good to go. Okay, skies are clear, winds are calm. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, helps if you arm it. Sorry about that. I didn't have the key in. Okay, let's try that again. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Where's that going at? Oh, goodness gracious. Well, it opened. Okay, whew. Okay, the rocket's down safely. Sorry it was out of focus. Talk about unstable. But the chute did come out as planned, so that saved us. That was a crazy flight. Yeah, Bobby was trying to get a little too fancy for Amy there. He was trying to show off for her and nearly cost him his life, but he somehow survived that one. That was a wild flight. I don't know. It was the exact same setup. Unless something got snagged on the launch rod, which is really the only explanation I can think of as to what would have yanked it over that direction. There's no wind. I mean, identical rocket, same weight, same motor, same chute, same wadding, same, you name it. Everything is the same. So, that was weird. But now again, that was more of a horizontal flight, but that 3-second delay is what saved us. And it did pull the parachute out of the nose cone. Now, I will tell you this, the 12-inch parachute, in order to fit up in there nicely and loosely, is to fold it into quarters. I folded the parachute nice and skinny, and then I folded it over itself, and then I folded it over itself again, making it a fourth of the length, and then I wrapped the shroud line around it, and it fit nice. There we are. Alright, I think we figured out the secret now, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You see here? What is that? Well, I said a few inches. It's more like 8 inches. 8 inches out of the tube. I put a loop in the Kevlar, which the parachute's tied to, and then the rest continues on to the nose cone. So as the nose cone is expelled, it don't take long for it to jerk out that parachute, which really saved us, because that was not a record-breaking altitude flight, but it was a good flight. We succeeded. We learned something. All right, moving on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, last flight of the day. We're flying the Estes Wizard on a, what do I have here? Just an A83, so it's not going to go super high. I'm running a 9-inch parachute, no electronics on board. So, scanning the skies, we have one airliner, but he's pretty far out. So we are good to go. Winds are calm, skies are clear. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uh-oh, the parachute broke off. Well, the rocket's coming down hot. Land in a bush, please. Oh, no. So yeah, the parachute separated. Let's see if I can find it on the camera. It's heading right toward the sun. Oh, there it is. Okay. Right, and when I say through the sun, I mean right through the sun. Okay, we'll go get that after we get the rocket. Okay, just walking up on the rocket, and it's sitting in a little bush. I hope it landed in it for safety's sake. Are you kidding me? Folks, look at that. It landed in a little bush and is completely unscathed. It's the deadest, driest, oldest bush out here and smallest, but it kept it off the ground. How about that? It is pristine. Nose cone, oh, maybe a little scuff on the tip, but not bad at all. That's phenomenal. Well, that tops off a nearly perfect day of flying. That was a lot of fun. Bye.